leaving the Royal Olympic Hotel in the heart of Athens, bringing our bags right out to the transfer bus. We'll be coming back to Athens for several days, taking an in-depth look at this wonderful city. But for now, we are leaving town and taking a cruise through the Greek islands. The cruise begins from Piraeus harbor just outside of Athens. It's just a short drive from downtown Athens to the harbor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, huh? It's me, it's Thanasis. How's everyone today? Ready for your beautiful cruise?
And our escort man, Thanasis, is going to tell us about Piraeus and give us some tips about boarding.
Check-in is actually not on the boat itself, but on the ground, right after passport control. After the security checkpoint is when the bags that we put the tags on go directly on board the ship and into your cabins. And then when we're all ready with the luggage, you will follow me inside the terminal. I would like to wish you a wonderful cruise, have a wonderful time, have a lot of fun, and I'll see you when you come back on Friday, okay?
Well, we passed through the boarding area fairly quickly. There was a little bit of a line, but it moved along, go through security, go through passport control, and then we board a shuttle bus for the quick ride over to the ship. Quick glimpse of Piraeus harbor. We'll be seeing more of the harbor from the deck as we board the Crystal. It's a lovely ship, holds about 1,000 people, so it's not too huge. We start out on our cruise of the Greek islands. This is going to take us to Istanbul, Mykonos, Santorini, Rhodes, Crete, Ephesus. We're cruising during the month of November, which is a terrific time to make this tour. Nice cabins with outside windows and plenty of room here. Then head up on deck and watch the departure out of Piraeus harbor, because this is a very busy and fun place to have a look at. Waiting out there on the deck, having a look around. One of the first things you want to do when you get on a ship or visit any new place is have a quick look around. Explore the different decks, the different people. There's a nice variety of people on board, young and old. And we get a view of Piraeus harbor. It's kind of fun to be up on deck when the ship is leaving, so you have a view of this busy place. It's one of the busiest harbors in the Mediterranean. Yeah, that's beautiful. Good chance for us to pose on deck for a photo op. Some views of Athens. You see how densely populated this city is. Most people, as typical of Europe, live in apartment buildings. Of course, there'll be a lot of eating on board, so one of your first activities will be having lunch, where you have a choice of an outdoor buffet or indoor restaurant dining. When the weather is fair, eating al fresco lets you enjoy that fresh sea air and casual atmosphere on the deck. Of course, all meals will be included during the cruise. Some of the meals are with waiter service and other meals are more casual with the buffet, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to experience the different restaurants during your cruise. Most of the first day is spent cruising across the Aegean over to Istanbul, and you'll be arriving in Istanbul on the second day in the afternoon. In our hectic lives, a cruise offers that rare opportunity to have a bunch of hours in which to do nothing, except perhaps explore the ship, read about the islands coming up, and maybe enjoy an afternoon snooze. There are very few scheduled activities on your first day and evening cruising, so you can relax in your cabin or better yet on the different decks and public areas. And there'll be a brief orientation in the main lounge about shipboard activities and the optional tours at the various different ports along the way.
You are visiting an archaeological site. The walk is not particularly strenuous because Ephesus is on a slope. So the coaches will drop you off at the top of the city, you will walk through the ancient city with your guides, and then the coaches are going to pick you up on the other side. So it's quite a leisurely downhill stroll. This is really for those who are very, very interested in the archaeology. You get a lot of information about the Minoan civilization. Probably the most famous of all Greek myths, the myth of the Minotaur. derives from the Palace of Knossos. Probably some of the most extensive historical narration that you would receive in any other tour. You'll have an hour and a half at the site and another hour, of course, to drive back.
The front desk is very helpful. It's like a concierge in a hotel. And of course, they make it very easy for you to sign up for the various shore excursions, and you can talk to the staff if you need a little bit more information and some help. And soon enough, dinner arrives. We're enjoying ourselves with lovely dinner service here with waiter service, some mozzarella cheese balls, and it's a full-on 4-course meal. Nice to be waited on. Good foods, as much as you want to eat. A variety on the menu that you can pick from. They even have Pacific Rim cuisine. And somebody's having a birthday. And all sorts of desserts to follow the meal. And then up the next morning, and it's time for another meal. Of course, one meal to the next on Louis Cruise Lines. Enjoying a lovely breakfast buffet. It's a help yourself, all you can eat kind of a meal, and you can sit outdoors if you like by the swimming pool or indoors, or you can also have breakfast in the restaurant where there's waiter service. So it's a nice variety of venues. And there's different activities on board the ship as well. And there's a gift shop, and they've got internet service on board, internet cafe. Take a stroll around the ship. They even put on some activities like a fashion show. There's dance lessons, there's bingo, there's a variety of sundry things. Louis Cruise Lines has 7 different ships. We're on the Crystal, and they have a variety of cruise itineraries throughout the Mediterranean. You can visit Libya, France, different parts of Italy. In our cruise, we're heading for Istanbul. That's going to be coming up next. We'll soon be arriving in the fabulous port on the Golden Horn and the Bosphorus in the city of Istanbul.